Hello everybody, it's I, Autistic Gamer. Welcome back to my Minecraft series. In my last episode where I made the Kelp Farm, at the end of the video I said I would be tearing down this Kelp Farm and redesigning it. But I never explained why I needed to. Well, let me show you. And it's all down to the way the water mechanic works in this thing. Right, you see that kelp there, just above my crosshair? That kelp is not flowing up, and there's a very good reason for that. If I bring my F3 hub up with my golden helmet on, so I can breathe a bit longer underwater, if I flow down to where the chests are, if you look at the bottom right of my screen, it says Minecraft flowing water instead of here where it's just Minecraft water. So the water is flowing here, so at the height of the pistons, it is not a solid water block, which is what the kelp needs to float up. And the only way for the thing for this to be turned into a water block is for the kelp to grow up a block. However, for that kelp, if I quickly target it, let me see what age it is. It's going to be either one of them. So that kelp has an age of 1, that kelp has an age of 21. So either one of them could grow. May take time to grow. And I just got myself stuck. But either one of those kelp could take time to grow, and for those that know Minecraft knows that each dropped item has 5 minutes before they despawn. So those kelp might not grow for 10 minutes or for 5 minutes, meaning that kelp is lost. It's why this isn't as efficient as I want it to be. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, why don't I just... Some people may be wondering if that's going to flow all the way down my mine shaft. That. Some of you may be wondering, well, why don't I just redesign this? It's just a simple tweak. Well, about that, it's not as simple as a redesign as you think. I can't tweak this design in order to get the... Let's go... Let me go back into my camper van, because hopefully it's quieter in there. Well, it's not really, but I can explain from here. Well, basically, the reason why I can't just tweak this is because it's not a simple thing to add to this design, because I would need... it's not as easy design in order to keep it water flowing. I'd have to totally redesign this. And while I was thinking about it, I found a design from Minecraft YouTuber Pixlriffs that kind of gave me that kind of inspired my build. So let me head over to my test build world, and I will show you. So here we are, folks, in my build test world, and this is the design here. Ignore that half, because this is just to show that it can work if there was two either side. But this basic design behind me is the design that Pixlriffs uses. I'll leave a link in the description to said video that I've seen this design from. And basically, the way it's designed is, even when the pistons fire and turn a solid block into a flowing block, water column, the connecting solid water blocks, because look, if you look in this glass, you will notice that there's water blocks within it at the height of the pistons, and that's to help get it flowing again, turn it back into a standard water block again. And that makes this farm super efficient, because they all flow up to the surface, get caught in a current, and then they'll flow over to the side here where I've got a bunch of hoppers in the collecting system. This is the design that I'm going with. But before I can build this, I need to tear down my old one. And I can't think of any quicker way to tear this down than to blow it up. Wait, I haven't thought this through. Nah, I'm only joking, folks. I wouldn't do that. It's too close to some of my other builds to blow up. So I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way with a pickaxe. So I'll see you back when I tear this thing down. Okay, so now that the thing's been torn down, we can start the build. But before we start the build, we're gonna build the automatic smoker bit. But in order to show you exactly what I'm building, let's go back to my build world and show you a bit of that test build that I have not shown off. And it's this contraption behind me. It is possibly the most complicated redstone build I have ever put together. So let me show you it. The bit down here with the automatic crafter, you've seen me do this before. This is what I used on the last one, so that's not changed. What has changed is up here. This is unbelievable. So what we have here is this hopper collecting system. So this hopper, minecart hopper, is waiting for 5 stacks of kelp. So let's put in the rest of it, full stack. Then when it reaches the full stack, the comparator senses that, and the detector rail from the detector rail sends a redstone signal to this gate, which opens, allowing the cart to go around. This detector rail and comparator is detecting whether or not the minecart is empty, and if it's still full, as you can see, it's still sending the cart around the system. But once it's empty, once it's emptied all its 5 stacks, and it will evenly distribute its 5 stacks because it's a multiple of 8. So there will be 8 multiples of 8 in the 8 hoppers, and so it's all even. And then once it's empty, it will go back through here and wait for another stack of kelp. Now, I believe we're up to 20. And, we just got a bit to go. And it's done. And you can see there, the gate, the rail did not switch. And the hopper is now back and waiting for the thing. And this contraption down here is pretty much doing something similar, but this one is stockpiling the fuel in it. Let me take out all this dried kelp. So now that I've emptied it, this should now go back into there. I'll put the dried kelp back in, and this should then do something similar, only on a bigger scale because I made the rails longer so it does not mess with the redstone up here. And I'm using, levers to power and unpower the rails. You can see all filled. Now this thing will do its loop, and constantly fuel up the smokers. And the good thing about this sort of design, while it does probably not as complicated as probably you would expect it, as my kelp farm still goes, this design does let me future-proof this, because the dried kelp block that we got in here, I could make a system that leads it straight back, a set of dried kelp blocks back into this chest, so that it basically fuels itself. So once I do that, at that point, this would become a fully automatic farm with no input from me. And so I would be constantly getting dried kelp blocks. This thing would be constantly getting fueled up. There is a way you can do it where you can divide, instead of it eating up all the kelp blocks, it would leave some for me. So that's the one I would be doing. But it is possible to do this. So this would become a fully automatic kelp farm with no input from me, which is what we want. Now, there is a sticking point with this bit that connects the powered rail, and let me explain, and I can explain it here. So let me get a couple of powered rails and a lever. So right at the moment, we are facing in the south direction, east there, north and west. I have to build this contraption in this way. It has to be from west to east. On the eastern side is where the chests have to be. On the western side is where the hopper is. The reason for it is because of a way the rail switching mechanic works. And it's best I show you it like this. See, when there's a redstone power next to the rail, it switches. The only part of the rail that does not switch is the one on the southern end. So that end of the rail does not switch. So if I was to then do it again, but this time do one like this. You can see here, it's not doing it the way I want it to. It's now it would only loop round if it was powered on, which I can't do. And if I was to have this thing facing north, it would be the exact same thing. So the only way I can get this to work where it would switch only if it was powered is if it was facing a southern direction. That bit is a very big sticking point, and not many people explain this, so I've sort of tried my best to explain it. So with that bearing in mind, that's with the southern facing one, it kind of does cement where that bit is going to be and facing, but we can put that to our advantage, because it means that the kelp, the smoker array, is in this space that I'm standing in, and it has to be facing this way, because if I bring up my hub again, that's north and that's south. So the kelp input has to come from this way, from the north. So it means this space here will be where the smoker arrays are, but that is fine and usable. Plus it means, as I've marked out an area for the kelp farm, it does mean I do have space to double up if I need to, or even triple up if it gets to that. So it's essentially the way we put it here. When it's all built and said and done, the initial build is future-proofed in two angles. One, it future-proofs mean I can upgrade the smoker array so that it fuels itself, and I upgrade the kelp farm so that it becomes twice or even as triply efficient. So without any further ado, let's get to the smoker array part, shall we? Okay, now that we've got know what we're doing, we can get on with the smoker array part of the build. I've already mapped out where each part of the farm will be. And I've already built the automatic crafter a bit because, let's be honest, you've seen me build that already, so there's no point in me showing it twice. So let's move on to building smoker array a bit. Need to put the 8 smokers here, and they are specifically here because that's how it's going to be. And the hoppers for each side. Hopefully, in case this once it's all done. So let's get the rails down. Normal rails powered, and then powered there, detector there, powered, standard, powered, detector. Put one there to lift it up high, and then a block there to stop the cart go flying. Standard rail there. Now switch them out for the comparators, repeated headstones. Block there. Block. That helps a lot. Use stuff like that. So comparator, repeater, dust. Put a hole there, just to make sure nothing disrupts it. Block there, here, and here. I don't have a redstone. I didn't bring a redstone. Sorry. No, I don't. I need to pick 2 of them up. That or just craft it. I need redstone torches for this part of the build, and I forgot to put them in the chest. Right, 2 sticks. Give me 2 sticks. So there's the 2 redstone torches that I need. A redstone torch there. Dust. Comparator. Lift that up. Lift it up again. Here. Dust. Then blocks away. Double chest there, followed by the gate. Now I'm powering the top just with something simple as levers. You know when you realize you made a big design flaw and you can't do anything, and then you realize too late? Yeah, the top bit needs to be a block higher. So let's fix that, shall we? Knowing me, this block's all gonna pick up. This bit needs to be doubled up. Okay, now that I've lifted this a block higher, let's do this proper, shall we? Look there, yes. And the repeater is there. Right, now this bit was there, and there. That's a redstone torch there, a dust there, comparator there. Block up, and then a block up again. And in the fence. Right, that should now be done on the supper bit for now. So let's give him that lever back. This bit is where it gets really complicated because now I need to narrow this up to get it give me that rail. Powered. One second, folks. I need to consult my test build.
A few minutes later.
Okay, build consulted. Let's get back underway. The bit I was checking was where it was in relation to this, so this is actually further. Not as far as I thought. It's here. Oh, this has to be the tricky part, eh? Well, not quite, because I'm going to just do that. that until I can power it and get the bits to power this. That is essentially the building aspect done of this. That's where all the kelp's gonna go and sort all out. I'm not gonna encase it just yet because I need to build the farm and get this all and get the hoppers leading into, or this lead the kelp into the very top chest. So I guess now it's time to move on to the main part of the kelp farm, which is, well, the kelp farm. So because it's going to take me a while and you've already seen what the build is like, let's go time-lapse fashion into the build of the whole entire farm, including encasing this once this is put together. Okay, let's go. Well, the kelp farm is all connected, it's all installed, and it's all running. So all that's left for me to do is to put the hopper minecarts in. The fuel one in. And that's the kelp going in. That will only start when that cart gets full. And don't worry, I've already put some fuel in. So it should all be ready to go. All that's left for me to do is just to make this all look neater. The lower cart, it won't go because A, there's no fuel in the chest, and B, the carts, the powered rails are not powered. I'll have to do that at some point. However, the ones up there are powered thanks to the levers. So that should be going any moment. And any moment I can... Oh, it's gone, it's gone. It's going round now. Yep. The thing is that the smokers are activating. getting evenly distributed. Which is perfect. Which means this should definitely be firing away. So now we have fully functioning Kelp Farm. Now all that's left for me to do is to make this look neater, but for that we'll have to be probably done with me off video. It'll be done off video because I think this video has gone on long enough, and I do not want this build to go into the next video because we need to do something newer then. Something a bit different, should I say. So that is it for today's video. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more of my series, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If there's a build you want me to do, make sure to leave that in the comments. I do read my comments and see if any of your ideas will make it as an idea on my world. And also, I also want to put this idea out to you folks. How would you like, or like maybe we're getting close to the 10th episode, so maybe for the 10th episode special we do a live stream. So like maybe on the 10th episode of each section, so like 10, 20, 30, that, we do a live stream. So how would you feel if I did that? Leave your answers in the comments, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I'm an Autistic Gamer. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have yourselves a fantastic night. I'll get this kelp farm done, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta for now.